So good morning students. We will again start thyristor commutation, and in earlier lecture we will cover class A commutation, also known as a load commutation or self commutation. Now we'll see second type of commutation technique, which is known as a class B commutation or current commutation. So in this circuit topology there are two thyristors are there, TM and TA. TM is known as a main thyristor and TA is known as a auxiliary thyristors. These are the LC components, which are basically commutating elements, and this is the DC supply which will apply Vs, and this is the ITM, which is the main thyristor current, and it's I naught equals to I naught, which is a constant current, or equal to I naught in the steady state. This is the output voltage V naught, and this capacitor having voltage plus minus Vc, and this IC is the charging current flowing in the LC branch, and dictated as the arrow as a reference direction. So this here we will take or assume initial conditions. First of all, Vc equals to 0. So at t is equals to 0, the capacitor charged with Vs supply, that is the full DC supply. So that is capacitor is initially charged to Vs supply, which is the fixed DC input voltage. So the Vc have charged up to full voltage Vs. Second one is the assume high inductive load so that the load current remains constant. So here I0 equals to I naught, which is the constant DC current flowing, constant current flowing through the load, because we assume that highly inductive load, so that this load current is almost constant, and Tm is in on state before t less than 0. So t less than 0 equals means t is equals to t0 minus. So in this case, this thyristor Tm is in on state, and as the t is equals to 0, thyristor Ta is on, that is the auxiliary thyristor is on, but before t less than 0, thyristor Tm is on state, as we will assume here. This is the waveform, but before this waveform we will see the three modes of conduction of this topology. In first mode, at t is equals to 0, auxiliary thyristor Ta is on. So at t is equals to 0, we will turn on the auxiliary thyristor as shown in the waveform. T is equals to 0, thyristor Ta is on, and before t less than 0, Tm is on. In this case, so in first mode, as this thyristor Ta is on, which is the auxiliary thyristor, so it will shown as a short circuit because it is on condition, and this capacitor is charged with the Vs supply voltage, which is the full DC bus voltage. It will charge up to plus minus Vs, as we will assume there, and this negative polarity reverse bias this diode, so diode is open circuited, so there is no current in this branch, and so this ITM, which is the main thyristor current, it is flowing through the load and again come to supply, but the branch is already there in this thyristor TA. So in this branch TA, L and C component are there, so charging current is flowing in this loop. So from the positive supply the current will be flowing, and it will be showing as in this loop, but it will opposite to the reference charging current. So IC will be denoted as, but this current is flowing from the positive supply and it will again finish at the negative subpolarity. And so ITM is equals to I naught. So ITM is equals to I naught because this input current which fully passes through the load I naught, and IC equal to minus IP sine omega naught T1. So this is a mode first. We will assume for it will happen for the time up to time T1. So this IC is the charging current which is flowing in the LC branch through this auxiliary thyristor, which is equals to minus IP. Minus, why it is minus? Because this current comes to be in negative direction as compared to this reference polarity of IC, so it will be negative. And this Vc, which is the capacitor voltage, so how we will find the capacitor voltage? IC equals to 1 upon C Vc equals to 1 upon C integration IT dt. So if we integrate this IC, then we will obtain this capacitor voltage, which given as Vs cos omega naught T1. So T1, why T1? Because in the first mode we will assume up to time T1 this thyristor Ta is on. IP is the maximum value of this charging current, which is given as Vs into root of C by L. So if we simply apply DC supply to a LC branch and we will apply Laplace transform, then after this we will apply inverse Laplace, then we will obtain the expression in the LC branch with DC supply equals to IP sine omega naught T, where omega is equals to 1 upon root LC and IP having a maximum amplitude equals to Vs under root C by L. These two terms we will have to remember. And what is the T1 pi under root LC? We will see that why it is pi under root LC. And at the end, so its capacitor is discharges, and at the end it have polarity reverses minus plus Vs. So at the end it have the polarity minus plus Vs. So in the second mode we will start with minus plus Vs polarity. But at the end this to this time T1 thyristor Ta is off, and this Vc, that is the capacitor voltage, which will reverse and it will be minus Vs for second mode. So now we will see this mode first in the waveform. So this is a output current waveform having constant current I naught, which is straight line as shown in the figure. Second is the ITM, which is the main thyristor current. So in this first mode as denoted here, in this first mode this I naught is a constant up to the T1 time, because the full current is passed through the this main thyristor up through the load. So it will be I naught so ITM is equals to I naught, and this is the kept charging current expression, which will be negative in sign. IC equal to minus IP sin omega t. So it will be sign expression but in the negative direction, because a minus is there. So it will start and it will to pi, it will cross the 0. So T1 time we will have to calculate this T1 time. So if this is a omega t excess, then this point is pi. So omega naught T1 is equals to pi. T1 is equals to pi by omega naught, and this omega naught equals to 1 upon root LC. So if we solve, put this term to upper side, then pi root LC, this is the T1 time. So T1 equal to pi into LC up to time. This time this Moogle's auxiliary thyristor will be in on condition. And what is the capacitor expression? It is a cosine function, so it will be start in this fashion, and it will come from start with the plus Vc, because capacitor initially charged with the plus polarity, and it will at the end of this mode up to T1 time this capacitor reverse the polarity and it has the polarity of minus Vs. So thyristor Ta is off at the time T1. So now we will see the second case, second mode, in which what happens, thyristor Ta is off and thyristor Tm in on condition. So we will start, we will now at the end of this mode capacitor have the polarity of minus plus Vs. So we will put this polarity into second mode. So this is the second mode and minus plus Vs, and in this case this auxiliary thyristor will off, so it will is a short circuit. Now this polarity is plus, so this positive polarity makes this diode to be forward bias. So this diode is forward bias and it is short, because this diode is already marked as anode here and cathode here. So now its diode will be in forward bias condition, so it will be short circuit. This is a charging current expression, reference current we will assume there. And now in this case, what is the path for this IC to flow? Because plus supply is here, so this IC can start from here and it will be flowing like this. But ITM is coming from this source side. So at this point, if you apply the KCL, then ITM and IC by this branch LC, IC and ITM plus IC equals to I naught, which is in the load side. So if you put IC put in the right hand side, then ITM is equals to I naught minus IC. So if we increase the IC up to this I naught, then ITM is equals to be 0. So if IC equals to I naught, this ITM will be 0. ITM is equals to 0 means thyristor becomes in off condition. So by controlling this charging current by the commutating elements, we will make main thyristor to be in off condition. So this method is also known as a current commutation. What is the expression of charging current? Now the current will be IC will be flowing as the reference polarity. So IC equals to IP sin omega naught T2, because second mode time is T2, and IC equals to IP. What is IP? Vs root C by L. This is the peak value of the current, and this omega naught equals to 1 upon root LC. So when IC equals to I naught, if IC equals to I naught, then ITM equals 0, and which is less than the holding current. So thyristor Tm is the off condition. So in this second mode, after this second mode, thyristor Tm will be in off condition. So if I naught equals to IC, if we put IC to be IP sin omega naught T2 from here to here, so IC equals to I naught, then I naught equals to IC equals to IP sin omega naught T2. By solving this expression, we will calculate this T2 time, which is root LC sin inverse I naught divided by IP. So I naught divided by IC is basically in radians. If you take inverse of sin inverse, then it will be in degree. So we will see this time calculated to be in the seconds. What is the capacitor voltage at the end of the second mode? So capacitor voltage is Vc equals to Vs cos, because it is a cosine expression. So if we integrate this IC expression, it will be cosine expression. So Vc equals to Vs cos pi plus omega naught t2, because because after this this current will cross the pi. So capacitor voltage Vs cos pi plus omega naught t2, or Vc equals to minus Vs cos omega naught t2. If you have cos pi plus theta equals to minus cos theta, so minus Vs cos omega naught t2, and this if we put this omega naught t2 from here to here, if you put omega naught t2, then we will see that it is a sine inverse I naught divided by Ip. So this is the capacitor voltage at the end of second mode, and it will be in shown as a negative. So capacitor voltage becomes negative. Why negative? Because it is basically applying the reverse voltage to this main thyristor to helping in the off condition. So it is basically working as a reverse voltage applied for thyristor Tm, and let Vr be the reverse voltage magnitude of the capacitor at the end of the second mode. So this Vc acting as a Vr, so Vr equals to Vs cos sine inverse of I naught divided by Ip. Why this negative is not here? Because it is already a term tells that it is a reverse voltage, so negative is already there, so it will be positive, and Vr equals to Vs cos sine inverse I naught divided by Ip. This amount of reverse voltage will apply to this main thyristor to turn off, so to help in the turn off of main thyristor. So in this case two modes are discussed, and in the third mode, so at the end of the second mode, this reverse voltage is Vr. Now we will come to third mode. Now we will continue lecture in the now we will see this mode third in the next lecture. Thank you.